Welcome to Tarot to a T. We're going to do a mid-October 2022 reading for the sign of Capricorn. And I did just have a card flip out, but I'm not ready to lay it down, so I put it back. Anyway, if this is your first time, welcome to my channel. If you are returning, thank you for coming back. I hope October has treated you well so far. And let's get started. Now I'm ready to lay down cards. What message does Capricorn need to hear for the month of, well, the mid-month of October 2022? Okay. What message does Capricorn need to hear? What is going on with the Cappy? Is Cappy happy? Or is Cappy snappy? I don't know. I don't know what snappy means, but I just thought I'd say that. Ah, that must be some advice. Hold on. Advice for Capricorn, please. Mid-October. Okay. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty neat. Okay. Let's get started. You're on some kind of new start with your finances. You're desiring a change in your finances, such as bringing in more income, that kind of thing. But you're at the beginning of that journey, and with the Six of Diamonds, you're looking at taking financial responsibility in some way with new resources, options, opportunities coming your way. Wow, this is going to be about finances so far. Well, you got something going on with the Ace of Clubs here where you're learning new skills or desiring knowledge, that kind of thing. That's also a new start. It did come out with the Four of Spades here, which talks about stability and security in your home life, and this new start here has some kind of tie with this in that you're experiencing some kind of stress relief. I mean, I don't know, maybe like looking into this new beginning here is easing your mind, that kind of stress relief, but it has something to do with your home life. Let's keep going, that's a little curious. Nine of Spades, so something completed, some kind of disappointment or loss is associated with this Nine of Spades. It can mean like, what am I trying to say? Like something that came from the outside that was forced upon you. So something you had no control over. Can't speak much more about it. I am going to ask for more cards though, see what this completion or ending was about. But you got all these new starts. I mean, they aren't really talking about relationship, but when I see that Nine of Spades, I usually think relationship, but that could be totally off base with that. It could be actually about career, since we do have diamonds out here. Also pentacles. Yes, you have some kind of changes going on in your financial realm of life. It's also about, again, being able to take some kind of responsibility, but it's like a settlement. It's like an exchange. For giving this, you got this. I'm seeing like bartering. I'm seeing like trading. I'm seeing those types of things. If you're in business for yourself, it can mean that you are coming up with or practicing a new way of doing business. Maybe you do a trade business or a barter business, but there's definitely changes in your financial situation. That's about all that card really talks about, and it could be anything under the sun, honestly. So, Three of Spades. Well, there's some kind of third element or third party involved in this financial change. This is actually the card of worry and physical stress. It actually talks about having too much work on your plate or being overworked in some manner. And it did come out with the Five of Diamonds, so I'm my tendency is to say, yeah, this reading is about finances, but I think it's something about career. Perhaps that's what this new start is here. The fact that you are putting your energies in a new direction perhaps have brought you some stress relief. Maybe something was really, really getting to you, like at a job, or you weren't doing the right kind of job, at least not for you. It's just interesting. You also have this loss, though, so I'm not real clear what that's about. I mean, if that applies to you, take it how it fits. Like, you could say, oh yeah, I know what that means. You know, if it does fit, take it. If not, we're not going to worry about it too much. What else can you tell Capricorn about this situation in mid-October? I mean, the ending here could be another subject completely altogether, right? It doesn't have to be about career. It could be a relationship, like I said. The Four of Hearts does talk about feeling very stable and secure at home and feeling connected to people or family, having support around you. This is actually a very nice card, despite this worry that you have at the moment. You have two indications of stress relief. So maybe something in the recent past was causing stress, and now you're in a period of, experiencing that relief, but still having issues, obviously, with finances. But this Nine of Diamonds looks really nice. Again, there's some kind of completion around finances, and this actually talks about taking large amounts of money and paying off debt. In other words, taking financial responsibility in some way. It's not necessarily now you're a millionaire and you can just sail off into the distance and not worry about money anymore. It's just more about having the resources to take care of things. Okay, very complicated situation. Absolutely in this reading. I mean, I'm not getting just one scenario. I'm getting several messages with this, as you can tell. And there was some kind of split or permanent disharmony with somebody. This does talk about something pretty much being over. It can talk about breakups with partners, of course, but also friends. Could be tied into this worry and this physical stress, and this Four of Spades about being in a period of stress release. So perhaps it's not as heavy on your mind at the moment because you are in this kind of this relief mode. But you're also in these new beginnings. With the Ace of Diamonds, you're clearly looking for new avenues or ways to make money or to make more money. And with the Ace of Clubs, you need to acquire some kind of information or knowledge or skill. You may or may not know what that knowledge or skill entails, honestly. But there's a lot of opportunities here in that area. You kind of have this is what I'm seeing. So you kind of have this bright financial outlook. At the same time, you kind of have this stress, the ending of some kind of situation or relationship, definitely with this Two of Spades and this Nine of Spades. So you're dealing with that. That's like the emotional burden. And then you're embarking on a new start. So you got a lot on your plate, Capricorn. You kind of have a complicated month here. Let's go ahead and look at your cards of advice. Four Diamonds. So this is the windfall card. This is like suddenly getting some kind of inheritance or just a large sum of money. It also warns against overspending. So take heed. That's in your... I think your last reading talked about overspending. I'm pretty sure the last two readings did. You're being advised to watch your spending. That's all I'll say. Eight of Spades. There's some kind of overwork or trouble at work here. This could also mean that somebody at work is giving you problems. It's definitely the card of stress and worry again. I mean, if we're going to look at this as advice, I think it's saying that you need to relieve stress around work in some manner, in whatever form that takes. Because that's not really a card of advice that you need to overwork yourself. It's actually the opposite. You know what I mean? Okay. 7 of Hearts. Yes. Here we have another card of kind of being let down, disappointed. You definitely have an element of emotional despair here. It's kind of weaved throughout this entire reading. Again, something was short-lived. It was really good in the beginning, and then it soon went south, started to be not so good. And it's also about people becoming unreliable. I don't know if you had some kind of short-lived relationship or job situation that was fantastic, and then it just plummeted, right? Okay, this is the colorized Joker. So things are going to be unsettled for you for a while. Sorry to say. It's also the Magician card, though. The Magician card I always read is we need to kind of let the universe take over. You know, there's going to be some elements introduced into your experience or your life that you probably don't have control over, and you're not going to foresee them. But the universe has a way of throwing us things when we need them, or introducing people, situations, opportunities, you know, all kinds of things to kind of change the course of things. But that's also very unsettled. So if you're not comfortable with chaos, I don't know. My advice is just to kind of brace yourself for it, you know. Be prepared for it. Don't be upset if things aren't working out or settling like you had planned. What other cards of advice can you give Capricorn, please? 4 of Clubs. Well, things still look very stable at home. Honestly, you're on solid foundation in your home. Like you're not having to move. You're not, you know, having to relocate like to another state. There's nothing like that going on. This is about things being very stable, balanced, and as a result, you have a stability of emotionally, and your mind is in a very good place. You know what I mean? So you have like a cave that you can retreat to. The cave being your home. Even if it's just a 1-bedroom apartment, you have this sanctuary, this inner space that you can go to, because this home is very stable and it's solid. Or, you know what, it just occurred to me that you're being advised to use that. Yeah, the home life, because it's just so solid and secure, spending time alone is not a bad thing. Or if you live with other people, it's just being around home and being around people that make you feel secure and better about yourself is probably key to some of the stress relief. Make sense? Okay, 7 of Spades. Again, there's some kind of inner experience going on where you're uncovering some unsavory truths, things that people hid from you. It's also about separations between people. So if you've recently separated from someone, I do get the suspicion of that with this 9 of Spades. And of course, let's not forget our 2 of Spades that talks about the separation. That's like in your face separation. I don't know if there's some kind of truth that's coming out, or realization, or maybe an epiphany of some sort, but there's something perhaps that needs to be revealed, or you just need to be on the lookout for it. I'm going to ask for another card, though. I'm not quite satisfied with that. What other card of advice can you give Capricorn? Well, here, looky here, we have the completion card, but this is like going through a period of mourning and grief. This is a major loss. The good thing to look at this is whatever happened, it was pretty traumatic for you, but it's over. It's behind you. And the reason I interpret it that way is because it's in the line of advice. When I see this 10 of Spades, this is almost as bad as a Tower moment. It's got that kind of power behind it. So again, this could be physical loss, this could be emotional loss, this could be, you know, all of the above. It could be affecting you in different ways, but there's a period of processing and getting through it. It's not just like done and then you move on. It's like you're still going through that, which is obvious to me. Very obvious to me. Even though you have all this diamonds and pinnacle stuff going on, all that crap, you have this thread of emotional loss and stress. That's the two things. Okay, Capricorn, well, I hope that helped. I'm going to end it there, but the advice here is basically just to kind of brace yourself that things are still going to be unsettled, but you are going to get some magic. You know, I'm putting that in quotes, like some kind of gifts. I'm hearing blessings. I don't like to use that word because I don't like to put a religious slant on it, but blessings in the sense that you're going to have some things come your way or things occur. They're actually going to help you out with this unsettled energy. It's like the universe working its magic. That's the way I like to put it. And allow yourself to go through this loss. And perhaps expect to learn something, even if it's not about another person, about yourself. Some uncovering things that you just didn't realize before, perhaps. Not necessarily like a deep, dark, ugly secret, you know what I mean? Sometimes I think we hide things from ourselves. We're just unconscious about our own motives and sometimes about the way we really feel. And then it hits us one day, oh, there it is, you know? Okay, I'm going to end it there. If you would like to see when the next video comes out, make sure to hit subscribe, notifications, and take care until I see you again.